There's a lot that they want answered.
Bitch, what? She is a demon! That's crazy, and then there's like you're that. Bro, these new age drag race girls are fucking psychotic. I crashed out! Get off the table! If you ever see me going at it with a bitch, just know she started it. Honestly, like, I just want to be fed and financed. You're not really up in geesh until you sucking and drag. Are you fucking calling me unhinged right now? 200 milligrams of progesterone up my arse.
What's the tea, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another Mistress Monday. Now, before I even get started, you already know what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna beg you to like, comment, subscribe, because when you do, I can do amazing videos and bring you amazing guests just like today's. Now, this next guest needs no introduction. We are officially and forever always sisters bounded by All Stars 10. Some people say I owe her an apology. I believe she owes me an apology, but we're gonna get down to the bottom of it tonight. She is known for her tweets and terrorizing people all across the world. She is one of the most amazing and captivating drag performers I've ever seen, and I'm so excited to have her here with me on Mistress Monday today. So without further ado, y'all help me welcome to the stage one of my sisters all the way from All Stars 10, and honestly, too many motherfucking seasons of RuPaul's Drag Race to count. Y'all welcome to the channel, the one and only, Asha? Sister,
What's the tea?
do you watch Mistress Mondays? And be honest.
So we're gonna keep it 2 beans and a biscuit. We do watch it sometimes when it pops up. I like to support the girls and I like to hear what you gotta say because no shade, if you stop paying attention to her for 2 seconds, she might say some shit about you and you will never know.
My
and,
God.
and you know that's true. I mean, no, I'm not mad though because no shade, all press is good press. It's free press. No shade. Wake it up.
Since you say you watch Mistress Monday, did you see my video with Thorgy?
No, I didn't see that one.
But you're from New York, so you know Thorgy.
Yes, I do. Okay, wait, what is the setup? Because I feel like something's about to happen.
I feel like y'all ride the same wavelength.
Do we?
Like all my Mistress Mondays, I do a video, we do all of our stuff, but when it came time to having you on the channel, I was like, me and Asha would just talk.
Okay, work it out.
I feel like even if I had a layout, you would go off script.
Are you f***ing calling me unhinged right now?
Listen, I think you've always been unhinged. Do you believe when you add the moans into the equation that it makes people... Earlier you were telling me if I was on moans, I would be going crazy.
You know what, honestly, let's just keep it, real. If Mistress was to go on moans, the first 3 months would be very horrible for everybody, including herself, and especially me. I don't know why. I just know it would be actually, I would enjoy it.
You would be my trans mom.
Would I really? Don't you have a trans mom? Okay, but I don't offer. I'm scared.
I would call you one day and I'd be like, I'm about to get pumped right now. Like, do you have any...
I would be like, bitch, get off the table right now. There's so many girls out there dying on tables, Mistress. Get off the table.
Have you been black market punk?
No, bitch. If I would, bitch, my hips would be at the shape of motherfucking Alaska girl.
First, before we even jump in though, do you promise to tell the truth and nothing but the truth? There's a lot that they want answered. There's a lot that we're gonna have to get into, and we're expecting the truth from you.
I speak the truth and only the truth, unless I'm getting paid. If I'm getting paid, I'll lie.
I like that. That's some real ass shit.
I said that in my Drag Race audition tape. That's how I got on the show. I said, bitch, I'll lie if I'm paid to, and they said, ooh, pastor.
How many times did you audition for Drag Race?
Once or twice. In reality, it was really twice.
Okay.
But I feel like there was one that I really actually was like, all right, let me get on the show. And that was the one that got me on the show.
Because you were on season 9, so you auditioned for 8.
Yes, I did. It's fucking weird because it's just like, girl, this is almost 10 years ago that I walked into the room and thought that Lady Gaga was Plastique Tiara. So,
Listen, there is not a video that goes by on this channel that I do not bring up Eureka O'Hara. You were there for her crying?
Yeah.
What was... yeah, girl! What was that giving? I'm sorry, relive the moment for us. When Eureka started crying, were y'all like, shut the f*** up?
I just looked to the side and I said, yeah, she looked like she give that. Like, you know when somebody just look, like you gotta, okay, hold on. Bitch, y'all never read the room. You just look around and you just in silence, just look at the bitch and go, yeah. I looked at her and I said, bitch, you better do your big one.
One of the first things I noticed about her when she was sitting there, she was wearing one of the old school drag wigs with like the rooted French fry, like little front. Like when she...
The back comb.
Yes, when she's crying, all I see is the hairline. I'm like, ooh.
The hairline is crying.
I kind of live though. Are you a Eureka stan?
No, but
no.
Girl! I love her though. She's great. I mean, I'm not a stan of nobody, to be honest with you, so.
I like that.
I mean, I'm being honest. You said if I was
I like that. You ain't like that, but you with her.
She cool. Like,
okay, I
mean, my thing is,
would you lend her money?
No, but I would have lent a lot of people money.
You asked.
I'm reciprocal. If I feel like you would do something for me or you treat me a certain way, that's how I treat you. Okay. So if you ever see me going at it with a bitch, just know she started it.
Well, What? You know what?
I be forgetting that you are like only 26, 27. Like, I'm like, girl, well, when you do some crazy shit or some dumb shit, that's when I be like, oh, there it goes.
What? I don't think I've ever done any dumb shit.
Dragged me to McDonald's at 2 o'clock in the morning, drunk, and then told me that one was closed. Took me to another one like 3 blocks away, then got into a fight with a crackhead in the McDonald's. Girl.
He wanted, listen, it was one of those things where he's asking for money, you said I'll buy you food, then he didn't want food. He wanted to hit the crack pipe.
He wanted to fight.
And I gave it
for
to
his
him.
rights,
and I gave it to him.
To indulge.
Have people been bringing up All-Stars everywhere you go? Do people bring me up?
Yeah, people always give like, no shade, you should have smacked Mistress, or you should have hit her. I be like, girl, why is everything about violence with y'all? Like, why can't y'all just go to therapy, Miss Thing? Take out y'all frustrations on y'all own stuff.
I could imagine you like crying, like everything just about violence with y'all play too much. Like, listen, we're gonna give y'all the real tea. You're never going back to All-Stars again. You're done with Drag Race, so let's just put it out there. You had a
I'm not gonna lie, there was a while where I just didn't really understand what was our relationship, because I was like, I don't know who's the one who's a little off, if it's me or you. I mean, I'm always a little off, but you also just, you a lot.
I'm crazy.
No, that's crazy, and then there's like, like, you're that.
Okay? I'm a question mark is how I would describe it.
You're an exclamation point.
With the accent mark, yes.
They have, what? They do that in Spanish with the exclamation point?
Yeah.
Bitch, I didn't know y'all had y'all exclamation point for yourself. That's cute. I live for that.
It's a safe space. We're going to give 100%. We're both a little off of our rocker. You're crazy. You're just as crazy as I am.
I think that I am a very sweet, particular kind of individual who just like, you know.
You can be sweet and crazy. You're like sweet but a psycho.
Oh, she is sweet but a psycho.
Very much so.
I don't really like that song. But,
you know she watches.
Oh, I'm so sorry, girl.
No,
it just played like 50,000 times that summer. Like, good. It was a great record. You did great, but it's just not my favorite song.
Listen, I feel.
You sue me? Like,
Ava Max will get you together.
Ava Max.
People constantly are like, do you regret it? And the thing
she doesn't. She don't regret nothing.
Well, you know, I forgot it happened. When I do stuff on TV, I feel like I'm a totally different person.
She Beyonce's in front of the camera, and I don't know what it is, because that day, no shade, I mean, I was never gonna get violent, but there was at one point where I was thinking like, what's wrong with her? And like, I was thinking like, you know.
Walk us, you know what, walk us through, because they're gonna watch this. Walk us through for real what happened from your perspective, and you give your perspective, and then I'll give the reality of what I saw.
So, oh God, the reality. Bitch, hello? So anyways, I'm sitting there minding my blue ass business wearing my blue sweater, and I'm over here like, listen up, here's a story. Actually, the producers were like, Aja, you had a rough time last week, you wanna talk about it? So I'm like, all right, let's do that one. So I'm talking about it. I look to the side, I see Mistress giggling, and no shade, I just took my shot, just so y'all know. And I was fresh, pumped, anally on motherfucking progesterone, bitch. I was boofing that progesterone. I was doubling up. 200 milligrams of progesterone up my arse. And baby, I got up in that room. Oh wait, hold up. Because before I got to the room, I got up in the bus to go around the little thing. And Georges comes up to me and goes, Mother, you wanna smoke? And I said, okay. She put these small little blunts. I said, girl, I ain't gonna do nothing. Baby, let me tell you, I hit that blunt and bitch, we got inside the car and I said, oh, it's going down. So we get there and I'm over here, I'm basically non-verbal at this point. They're like, talk about your life. Mistress is laughing. Girl, I'm not even gonna lie. I don't even know she was laughing at me, the room. She could have been laughing at anything. Baby, I was emo boots. I just looked at her and I said, I gave, bitch, stop playing with me. Like, I said, you good? And she gave, I laughed at whoever the wanna laugh at. And I bitch, I got. I said, I know this motherfucking bitch did not just sit there and play with me. I know you're gonna have to bleep all of that out because
give it to
the monetization.
But
for the patrons or whatever it's
called. Yes.
Yeah. I was like, this bitch is pissing me the off. So I said, hold on. She started to do the Mistress, which is, it's like 75% go beneath the belt, 20% mischievous laugh, and then 5% like hee hee ha ha. And I'm just looking at her and I'm like, oh, here we go. So I said, I was so high, so calm and collected. And I said, you're just doing too much. And I think she gagged when I was so calm because no shake, I did not remember you put your hand in my face. I didn't remember.
What the f? What do you mean you didn't remember?
Girl, I was non-sentient at the moment.
So what you're saying is it didn't affect you. Exactly.
To be honest with you, I was very I think I was more bothered afterwards than I was when it happened.
Yeah, no, because I feel like I'm not one of those people like blaming on the edit. Of course it happened, but when I watched it back, I was like, oh, y'all kiki with how y'all edited it. Because like in the moment, it was literally so like minimal. But also I think it's just to me because I'm crazy. Because I remember all the girls like gagged in that moment.
Girl, we're resetting the set. Take that however you will. And we walk over to the side, and Mistress gonna look at me, and this time it's not Mistress. It's
Israel.
Ooh, spooky. Not this. Oh wait, that is your name. Oh wow, sweetie. I turn around and Israel looks me right in the eyes and goes, sister, we just made some fun camera stuff. Like you said, we just made a moment on camera. And I look at her, and in my mind, I'm like, bitch, what? I'm looking at her because I'm thinking in my mind, I'm like, bro, these new age drag race girls are fucking psychotic. The f you mean we just made a moment? I was like, girl, you just caught me slipping. That's what happened.
So, okay, if we got into a fight, you think you would handle me?
To be honest with you, I don't really think so. I am a small, like, petite. Well, no shade. I've been on Moans for almost 4 years. My muscle mass ain't the same. My body ain't the same. But if you want to throw me one of your Texas sisters, I'll handle her.
What if I handle your man, though?
Baby, he got you.
That's sweet. Girl, just knock down.
6'6".
I feel like people were so gagged, and like watching it back, I was like, damn, that really is interesting. But I still thought it was like, could we relive it? Could we remake it?
Sure, let's give it.
I feel like you need to do it to me.
Should I be you?
Yeah, you. Okay, I'm gonna be you. I'm just going through a lot right now. No, you gotta pull the hair, cause I went like this. Why do I believe that's how you saw it in your mind?
No, to be honest with you, at that moment, I didn't see nothing, girl. I didn't see nothing. I was inebriated, bitch. I was in another planet. So you gotta understand. That's why I gave you gotta see the clip again. I went like this. That's it. Like, I was so dumbfounded. Like, honestly, no shit. At that moment, you could have slapped me and I would have been like, what the f is going on?
When stuff happens on TV, people also don't realize it's always so amplified because you're at home watching it with your people.
And they get the sound effects.
Yeah, the sound effects and people are messaging you. I remember when it happened, you would retweet it and say something and all your people were like, she can't come to New York, I'm gonna handle her. And I'm like, ooh, retweet, come handle me. Like, come handle me. Me deeming the hit, where you at? So to all your people, are you putting the hit out on me?
No.
But if it happens, it happens.
Like, no shade. Like, y'all leave Mistress alone. No shade. Hold on. I gotta wake it up. Leave this hoe alone. She's just a single mother of like, what, 5? She got a wig company in here. She's doing her big one. She f***ing sewing shit from scratch. I walked in, this bitch was ventilating a whole lace. I said, damn, bitch, go clean your toes. Like, get up in the drag. And she did. She showered and put on the face. And now we're here doing this motherfucking video. Like, you're doing your big one.
So what I'm hearing is that we can move past this. Do you forgive me for what happens, but most importantly, do you forgive yourself?
Well, to be honest with you, I could never forgive myself for not walking away in that moment and then coming back with 3 German Shepherds and then sending them after. No, imagine. No, honestly, I never not forgave you. I don't care. There's not much in this world that I really give a shit about. Like, honestly, like, I just want to be fed and financed. That's just really all I want.
Okay, now that the season's over, and I'm not gonna say this to excuse my actions. While I was there, I realized, because I'm the most delusional, but I realized they were rigging the whole thing for Ginger. Do you agree with that?
I feel like there was definitely like just, I just feel like there was the story that was playing in reality, and then there was a story that I was playing, and I was kind of like living my own life. Like, do I feel like Ginger radiated the winning energy of the season? No. Do I feel like she was talented? Yeah. But, I guess it was just kind of like, sure. One thing I know for a fact is nobody voted for Ginger first in that lip sync.
Okay, let's
what is it called?
The Raider Queen Lollapalooza Extravaganza. Let's get into that because I feel like that's why they got rid of me. Because I would have called shenanigans. I would have been like, raise your hand if you voted Ginger Minge #1 right now. I would have woken up. Why didn't y'all wake it up right then and there? That's what didn't make no sense to me.
Baby, we had lost already. We didn't doing all that, girl.
Because you
also just got embarrassed on the main stage. We walking out here looking crazy.
Because you also were rated like #7, right? That's crazy.
But you know what? I take my 6th place in the Raider Queen gracefully because I know for a motherfucking fact that any bitch could have got washed that day. And no shade, by the time when it was put with me and George's, girl, I was not doing that. I said, this is not what I wanted to do. And I also don't really care about Party Lights. I don't like that song. Shout out to y'all.
Not too much on Natalie Cole.
No, shout out to Natalie Cole. May she's dead, right?
Yeah, she is.
Yes. May she rest. But at that moment, like, that was not the song I felt the most out of all those choices.
What did you want?
I kind of wanted something like Oogie Aga, like Disease, or like...
You wanted who?
I wanted like Disease, or like, Raise Your Glass, or like, I was actually really excited to do Show Me How You're Burlesque. I wanted to go against Bosco, no shade.
I'm not trying to be messy. It's the last
Be
thing I'm
messy.
saying.
I want you to be messy.
As someone who was there, Carrie washed Ginger, correct?
Yes.
I'm being like,
I don't live in a world
sorry.
where Carrie did not Ginger up. Ginger Stone, listen, I know you living your life, you doing your big one, you having fun on your the Witches tour.
Let me say this. The show's over. She won. They're gonna say we're bitter forever and always.
Who
Ginger,
cares?
you did your big one. But the show is meant to be consumed. And the way I consumed it, there was shenanigans.
I just thought Carrie was more captivating, and I don't know, I just didn't buy the whole soundbite of let her hair down, because why would somebody take off all their clothes and do all their tricks in the first song?
Yes, exactly.
So I don't know, I really felt like Carrie surprised me there.
Even with the way they edited, I was like, okay, they kind of kiki, no shade.
But even with what was shown, I do still think that Carrie was a little bit more of like I enjoyed watching it. Shout out to Ginger. I'm not, I've seen it. I've seen her do it on the show. I've seen her do it in person. I've seen that same performance style with the ooh and the ah and the ooh, and like, it's cool, but like, I guess I wouldn't want to see Ginger switch it up. I feel like we're all expected to change things up at some point, and at that point I would want to see a different performance style.
All that being said though, regardless of how it played out, I still think Ginger is an amazing queen. I think I'm glad to see Ginger's a winner. Fabulous, great job for her.
And she, honestly, if I would have went on Drag Race 4 times and lost 4 times, I would have over it. So.
She put the work in. She put the work in.
And she actually won the Snatch Game. I will say
she tore.
She did.
She shredded.
She had the notes under the desk, but
her talent was cute.
Yeah, and her talent was cute. She did do a good job.
She did a fabulous job. You have had 1,000,001 eras, but I mean, of course, with your Drag Race career spanning over 10 years, I mean, you have to.
Girl.
You feel like you're your most powerful right now?
I definitely feel like I'm at my most elevated, but I feel like, in my Drag Race careers, I had I called the first year and a half the ugly duckling year. I didn't really know what was going on. To be honest with you, Drag Race wasn't my passion, or drag wasn't really my passion at that moment in my life. What was my passion was hustle, making money. I was like, I tried out for Drag Race. I wanted to make a coin this thing. I was like, let's go. After that, I started to actually fall in love with the art of drag, but it became complicated because then I started feeling that transness popping back up, and the more I fell in love with drag, the more I felt like I had to stay away from it. So I literally had a whole era of, I call it the non-binary phase. And it's really scared to moan. So we're gonna go to STM. And after that, I was definitely okay, I gotta get away from drag because I'm feeling I feel like the trans cooties are about to come out. I don't know, I was running away from it because I felt like if I transitioned, I would never find love, I would never find happiness, I would die. And no, really, it's
I feel you. I understand what you're saying.
It's tough. So
it's a much different lifestyle. It's crazy. Not lifestyle, but it's a different life to live.
Lifestyle.
It's a different life to live.
It really is. And at that moment, I had to take a step back. And you know what? I had a really crazy, just Butch Queen year. Butch Queen up in trade. And then next thing you know...
I have a question for you. As mother. A few Mistress Mondays ago, I was in Vegas and I got hate crime in a very viral video that has over 2 million views. Someone called me a tranny when I was dressed as Eleanor Charles.
I saw that.
And I said tranny, but I was referring to how it was hate crime. But then the girls were trying to cancel me for saying tranny. What are your thoughts? Are the non-binary queens allowed to say tranny? What is from the
Chalupa Supremist thing? Let me keep it a bean. I think people need to stop giving words so much power, and that's just how I am. And maybe I'm a little more old school in mentality. I was just kind of taught that you shouldn't pay attention to hateful words. Now, if you say something to me and it's derogatory, but against me, my persona, who I am, that's different. But calling somebody a tranny or saying tranny is just, first of all, back in the day, the context is that, as far as I know, anybody who was a cross-dresser or a transvestite, or to people's eyes, was referred to as a tranny. So now when it changes and everybody's like, oh, you can say this and you can't say this, as far as it calls tranny, I think, have you ever had sex in drag?
It's dick in drag.
You're a tranny. No shade. I feel like once you have taken the lifestyle of being up in geesh and been up in geesh and been in it for real, you're not really up in geesh until you sucking dick in drag. When you sucking dick in drag, bitch, that is high fucking drag. The girls are not sucking dick in drag. That's why y'all bad performers.
We gotta go back to the basics. I understand what you're saying.
Because let me tell you something. The girls, that's why the girls are so stiff when they perform, because they're not getting fucked with a wig on.
You gotta get stretched out. You gotta get stretched out.
Stretch, Misty. Like you could tell when a girl is a top by the way she performs.
You're done. I told you this is why we had nothing.
We lost all the sponsors this week because of me.
Oh my god. You know what? But that's why I love you so much, because you're so real, and I feel like so many people online are so keyboard warrior about stuff that really all the gays and all the queens are just so problematic behind the scenes. Just some of us dare to be real in front of the camera.
Intention is important.
I agree.
If you're saying it with the intent of being nasty, then bitch, you can't say you nasty bitch, and I'll find something else to say about you so that way I could, reach into your soul and grab it out. Like if you were just sitting here talking about this, that, girl, I don't care. What does that do to my life? That's not feeding me, or financing me.
You know what? It's crazy because I said it once before, I would never take advice from someone in your position, but here I am.
You did say that. A lot of people have asked me, and I never know how to answer this. So I want to know, like, what did you mean in that moment?
Okay, that was one of the things too, where people took it so out of context. And I will say, I'm one of those people, and it's a double-edged sword. I say what's on my mind without thinking. And I feel like in that moment, I was discussing, like, why would I listen to a bitch who literally is not killing the competition? But then people were like, oh, she's making fun of Aja because this and that. And I was like, well, no, but also that makes the read more sickening, so sure.
She said from a bitch who wasn't killing the competition, but no shade. I was.
Can I tell you one thing that's been gagging me lately? On your f***ing tweets, you be sending me because it was you tweeted one time and you were like, Delta lost my luggage. Like if y'all want to cash out me, like I could really use it.
Boots,
but
yes.
But listen, the next day you were like, I made $150,000 off OnlyFans. I don't give a f***. Y'all bitches are mad. And I was like,
it was the next day.
It was very, very soon after. And I was like, baby, I was like, my sister is wilding out. I was like, that is f***ing sick.
Two things can be true. So one, first of all, no shade, Delta, I'm not gonna get on your case because I never got compensation for that suitcase, so y'all played, and they took boots, shoes, custom shit, wigs. Like I'm talking about, I just bought a new fucking Jean Paul Gaultier, the perfume. They even took my man's sneakers. What you gonna do with a size 16 sneaker?
Oh my god.
Like dummy.
Oh, he's hung.
Daddy.
Oh, sorry.
So I'm like, what you gonna do with that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Bitch, mind you, now I put air tags in my suitcase and stuff. I learned. No, for real. But people really did help me out. So shout out to everybody who did help me in that moment. I'm a very community person, and I do help people a lot financially and otherwise. So I have no shame in doing like community, like
you give and you take. I feel you.
Yeah, like for me, cause like no shade, like there be moments like where I be like having my low moments. I'm like, ooh, hold on, like and but I'm just transparent. And like even right now, like I'm like up and down because girl, no shade, the promoter's been playing. When you hire us, like this is our rice and beans. Like this is like how we make our coins. This is how we eat. And sometimes we just paid mad rent. We just bought a costume to entertain you and a whole wig. And sometimes, we like, okay, I don't want to dip into the savings. I don't want to do this. When you don't give us that money, we have to dip into our savings. And when we dip into our savings, we have to like account for that eventually. Yeah. And then it's just like you basically at that moment, like you're not broke, but you are down bad.
People are notorious like, oh my God, Drag Race girls are getting paid thousands of dollars, but you don't realize we're paying for flights and hotels and travel and Ubers to and from. We're paying the upkeep of drag, tights, makeup, wigs, giving a cut to our management. There's just so many people taking pieces of it until it finally gets to us.
People want us to look good, but then they don't want to pay ticket prices. So, bitch, we got to make the money somewhere. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I will say I'm grateful for everybody who's came to all my shows. I have had very healthy attendance at all the shows that I've done.
Healthy attendance, I love that.
And, like, I'm a professional girl. I like to show up semi on time. And I like to, give you, like, a look. I like to give you a 1-2. I like to, like, dance on, on your man's lap.
Listen, there's a reason why you're 10 years strong in the game, but quit drag and come back. I mean, it speaks for itself. One of my favorite Drag Race performers, Drag Race girls, and maybe one of the favorite drag queens. You'd be turning it, doing a little 1-2.
Oh my God, really?
Yes.
I'll take it. I feel like if Mistress ever compliments you, even if she's being shady and you don't know, just take it.
Oh my God, please. Okay, we do have some questions from the Patreon members, so I'm blind reacting with you, so if they're a little too messy, you gotta blame them, okay?
I love it. Let's do it.
Okay, first question from Cynthia. How do you feel about Abby Lee Miller calling your choreography chopped?
Baby, it's not my choreography. It's the people who made the gnarly choreography chop. So if it was chopped,
this is what they
It says choreo. House of AJ or Aja. What is it?
Yeah, House of Aja. And all the fans were saying that this is the choreo, but none of it looks together.
It's just bad.
I tried to watch it a few times and I was wondering who do you think has it down the most? Like what is this giving? As a choreographer.
Well, do you think they hired someone to choreograph this, or did one person in it choreograph?
One person in it choreographed.
Well, that's who should have it down the best.
And that's her in the orange.
Right here?
Yeah.
Closest to us. Well, it's just, why are you picking your foot up and flexing it in front of you and it's sloppy? Yeah, she's sloppy too. But maybe that's the look they're going for, like just like loose and foot.
That's why the fans were disappointed, because on Twitter they were like, "You're not ready. It's the best choreo ever." Like they like hyped it up. So then when
they lied.
how could they fix it? Could you get them together? Because they were doing this worldwide.
Like they went to other countries or
Yeah, they're in Australia. And
oh my
Germany.
God. Australia has some of the best dancers ever. I mean, the kids are so talented.
It was chat. I don't care because no shade. She also said in the same video that she lived for Kenya Michaels in the lip sync against Latrice, and at that moment I knew that she was like had a vision problem.
Not too much on Mother. I could see where she was coming from. Little Kenya Michaels, she turned it.
I mean, congratulations to all involved. It's just not my cup of tea.
How happy were you when Mistress was eliminated on All Stars?
I loved it, bitch. I turned to the side and I was like, oh, the girls is crying. I was like, your friend left. No, here's the thing. Mistress was kind of like really boisterous when we were there, and I was just kind of like, damn, I don't know if I can handle her in big like quantities. You know, even today I was like, damn, it's just you so quiet, you so chill. I'm getting scared. I think this bitch is low-key having a stroke or something.
Oh my God.
But you know, on set she was very high energy, and there was times where like I felt like she was trying to get me in trouble. Like after that, when she was like, oh, we got to pick our partners for the talent show. She's like, Aja, me and you should be partners so that way we could be the top 2 this week. I was like, absolutely not.
Oh my God.
I was not.
You thought everything was a scheme.
Yeah, but with you it is. Bitch, you don't remember when you lied to me about the fly back home date before we even left? So I thought that they had scheduled for me to get eliminated early. She is a demon! And she played it off like nothing happened. I crashed out on the producers. I was like, if you're gonna do this to me, just don't make me come. And they're like, everybody has the same fly out day. And I was like, oh. Just embarrassed.
Who on season 9 do you hate the most, and also who do you still keep in touch with? Who is the person you don't with no more and the person you stay attached to? Give it to us.
I still talk to a variety of the girls. Like I still talk to Shay and Sasha. But like it's not like I'm going with this. Not like we got a group chat or we like text frequently. It's like, you know, once in a lifetime, like, hey girl.
Once in a lifetime is crazy. Who's someone you don't with?
I would say that one person that I just don't have as much interest as being a part of a friendly relationship with them is just maybe I think you would drive her into insanity.
I asked her to be on the channel, and you know she unfollowed me. She didn't even reply. She didn't follow me.
Should. I'm just kidding. No shade. You know, that would be a very chaotic episode.
Last but certainly not least, I have a question for you because it is current and things are happening.
Yeah.
As the mother of a successful Drag Race family, do you have any advice for Shea Coulee and her daughter just rising against her?
You know, I would say this. Look, I don't know what happened between Shay and her drag family, and to be honest with you, it's really none of my business. I feel like when it comes to like the family drama, for me personally, I just keep it off of social media. I'm lying. When Candy talking shit about me, I crashed out. I'm the worst person to ask advice like this. To be honest with you, because I'm not there, I don't know who's right and who's wrong. Again, not my business. None of them are feeding me, me and financing me. I like all of them, you know, individually. I think they're cool. I hope they resolve.
How did you and Candy and everyone come back to term? Were y'all just that locked in?
It took a long time. And I feel like even now, our relationships are not the same. I feel like we've had a lot of ups and downs. With me and Candy, it's easier because me and Candy were both best friends at some point. And I do view her as a daughter. I'm very proud of her and everything that she's done, everything she's, you know, accomplished. And I do get emotional for her. Like I get emotional. I feel like I do care about her and love her. So I don't know. I guess like if you really like care about somebody, you want to preserve that relationship, it's up to you to find out when you're ready or emotionally ready to just like do so. Why are we being mature? Can we just like find somebody?
You know what? With that being said, I thought you were fucking out. Listen, thank you so much for joining us on Mistress Monday. Where can the girls find you? What is it given? Y'all going to Australia?
Maybe the Australian
After
House
you
of
just
Aja
said you don't with Candy like y'all used to. These bitches are fucking putting out for the fucking camera.
I never said that. First of all, this fake ass bitch is gonna sit here and say that. Hold on, let me fix my horns real quick. What I was gonna say is not what I'm gonna say because I'm a classy bitch. So what I am gonna say is say this. Thank you for tuning in to Mistress. Have a round of applause on us.
Oh, have a round of applause on us. This is crazy. Inshallah, Kandala, Mortician, full coverage.
Girl, I feel like a Philly cheesesteak with the meat hanging out.
Oh my God. You know what? Thank y'all for tuning in to another Mistress Monday. I love y'all so much. And until next time. You better. That's a long crumble, bitch. It's gonna be nothing but microplastic.
Do you think that Cher really spreads La Mer on her toes?
In the fucking video. Bye.